What is up, guys? It's BT back here again with another review. Today we're going to be looking at a sleeper pick, one that I came across, I don't know how. I was just on Amazon searching one day, look around at headphones, and I saw that Sony came out with a new pair of headphones. So my guess is as good as yours when these came out, but it looks like it was sometime in April. And these are the WH-700Ns. Now these things have just blown me away. I'm surprised that these aren't more broadcast phones, and they're coming in at $200. So let me tell you guys what I found over the past week of using these headphones. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content like this. So one thing that I want to establish before we start this review is that these are a no frills headphone. These things are just straight right at you. They are what they are. No frills, no extra cases, no nothing. They're just headphones and they work. So that is going to be the theme of today's review. And starting off with that, in the box you'll find that there's just absolutely no case. So for travel or things like that, you're kind of on your own. Now these come with a aux cord and a USB cord as well, which is very nice. The design of these headphones, now I picked up the blue ones, they also have a black version as well, but they have leather on the top, faux leather on the cups, and these things feel amazing. It's not as good as the leather feels on like the Sony WH-CH700N M2s, but they are pretty good. Now one thing that you'll notice coming from some of the other Sony headphones is how big the ear cups actually are. These things are oval shaped and they're really big. So for those of you who have big ears, these are going to be great for you. I found these to be really comfortable, although at times near my jawline I did get a little bit of fatigue from pressure, but that is the pressure created by these headphones to try to give you a closed off experience using the noise cancellation. So speaking of noise cancellation, these do a really good job in the gym of blocking out noise. Now some noises do get through, but I'd say they're better than most. Also, when compared to the other Sony headphones like the WH-CH700N M2s or the Sony Huron 2s, which are some of my favorite headphones, the noise cancellation here doesn't have as many modes. So it doesn't have like the ambient modes or anything like that. You can only turn it on and off. So what I said about no frills comes in here as well. There's no frills. This thing is just noise cancellation and it works. You're not going to be able to tailor your experience, but it just works. And I also played a lot of static in the background when I was playing my vinyls. I just let the static kind of play to try to block out some noise, and it did a fairly good job, although sometimes it did come in a little bit. Coming back around to the build quality, the headband feels great. It doesn't feel like it's going to snap. It has that metal Sony headband that's usually standard in all their headphones, and I know some of you guys out there have had them crack, but I have never had a Sony headphone break on me or crack. Now, most importantly, I know you guys want to know how is the sound, and bass heads, these are some of the best Sony headphones for bass. I like these better than the Sony XB950N1s even. They sound amazing. The bass is just, it hits you without the need to even touch the EQ. And when you touch the EQ, they get even better. And one thing that I really like about these headphones that I want to stress is that they keep their clarity. The treble, the high end stays the same no matter how much bass. It's like you can have your cake and eat it too, as I always say. With these, you have the bass, you have the treble, you have the mids. Everything is just layered very nicely. It's very separated, unlike something like the WH-CH700N M2s, which can get muddy at times. And even the Sony Huron 2s I think are a little bit better. And speaking of which, I noticed that Sony uses the screen material, this mesh material in their headphones now, instead of like on the WH-CH700N M2s where it's kind of like cloth. And I think that really adds to the sound. It lets the sound from the driver just come out and hit you. Whereas with the Sony WH-CH700N M2s, it can get muddied, and a lot of people complain to me like, Brandon, what are you doing? Why are you recommending these when they sound muddy? Well, this is kind of Sony's answer to that problem, and I think this will be fixed in the next version of the WH-CH700N M3s. So yeah, these sound great with all genres, whether that's jazz, classical, you know, for the treble, if you want to hit some bass, get your rap, your EDM, everything just sounds amazing. And one thing that I really like about these is the volume. These things get astronomically loud, and I know a lot of you guys have complained in the past about Sony's headphones being low in volume. These do not suffer from that. Let me tell you, everything just sounds great. There's no distortion at the high end, anything like that when you turn up the volume. Now, another really nice feature of these headphones is they come with 35 hours of battery. That's more than the 1000 XM2s at 30 hours. And that is just incredible. 35 hours. I mean, when do you really have to charge these things? I haven't had to charge them and it's been over a week. That's how long they last. So if you're worried about battery life, if you're a person that doesn't like to charge their headphones, if you're a person that likes to travel a lot or is on the go a lot, these are going to be a great option. And in standard Sony form, the call quality is also amazing. Great, no problems whatsoever. I'm sure you guys, if you make a lot of phone calls, these will do you just fine. So let's finish this off by talking about the controls, which I really like as well. Now these use the Sony trigger system, not the touch, which is also really nice. I love the trigger system where you can just slide it to one side to go back, slide it forward to go another, press it in to pause or play your song. It's one of my favorite methods because it just works. You never have to really mess around with it like you do some touch controls, and there's really a learning curve with touch control. So it's nice to just have something that just works right out of the box, low learning curve. You also have a noise cancellation button as well, which you can turn off the noise cancellation as you go or as you see fit. Now this does affect the sound quality a little bit and it gives you a little bit more clarity. There's not that active noise cancellation going on in the background that can cause some haziness sometimes. And speaking of which, one more thing that I want to touch on is that these have adaptive noise cancellation. So it's not the kind that just plays white hiss noise. No, these actually listen to your outside surroundings and block out everything. So again, these are surprisingly good. I mean, you get the Sony sound, you get the app functionality, you lose a little bit of the noise cancellation functionality, but if you're not really tinkering with it anyways, you're not losing anything. You get 35 hours of battery life and they're very comfortable. So it's a win-win. And I can really recommend these for you guys that don't want to spend the money on the 1000 XM2s. These are a very good option. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. It's been your boy BT saying peace. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video if you enjoyed it.